at Regent's University London. And yeah, I'm going to be giving you an introduction to our university, talk you through our student services, accommodation, courses we offer. And in the last 10-15 minutes, we will have a question and Q&A session. So please, on the chat, do feel free to write any questions that, that you may have.
Thank you very much, Simon. Yeah, we're ready to start whenever you are.
Fantastic. Okay, so welcome to Regent's University London. We are an independent university based in Regent's Royal Park, and these are the 5 kind of areas that I'm going to be talking about with you today. I'm going to first of all introduce a bit about where we are based, our location. Talk a bit about the history, because it's got a very rich history in the education world, and then give you an overview in general of the university. I'll then move on to our academic courses and our fees. So that will be for undergraduate level and for postgraduate level. I will discuss our accommodation and student services, which are obviously very important to you guys who are coming from different countries around the world. It's important that you have a safe, secure place to stay and to keep busy outside of your lectures. So we offer a lot of student services for you. I will briefly discuss our English Language Centre, which offers different courses for preparation for English, to IELTS, to general English. And I'll also discuss our study abroad options that you have if you come to Regent's through your courses. Finally, I'm going to talk about our alumni network and our success stories from different students who have studied a variety of subjects at Regent's and are now working in the sector. So these are the 5 areas that we're going to cover today. Okay, so our campus. Regent's is located in the Royal Regent's Park. So for those of you who know London, it's about 5 minutes away from Baker Street Tube Station. So it's in Zone 1. It's very central, a wonderful location, and it's based in 11 acres of Royal Regent's Park. So we are located next to a beautiful boating lake that students can often go in spring and summer. And we are very well connected. So all of London's airports are within an hour to an hour and a half's reach of Regent's. That's from Heathrow in the west of London to London Luton and London Stansted in the north, the London Gatwick in the south. We have really good connections. So whenever you need to come and travel here to study, or whenever you need to return home to visit family and friends, it's very, very ideal for that. Also for our European students, we're 10 minutes away from the Eurostar, which is based at St Pancras. So even if you ever wanted to go on a weekend trip to London, to Paris, to Holland, to Belgium, this is also very, very easy to do from our location. Another nice thing about being on this beautiful campus is our location is very close to London's shopping areas. So Oxford Street can be reached in 30 minutes walking directly from the campus, so you don't even need to take the tube. And the London's West End, the theatre district, is also around 30 minutes walking. So our students don't only benefit from studying in a beautiful location, but being located near everything that London has to offer. You can see from our photo that the Shard and many other sites are also within striking distance. And our students love the fact that although they are in one of the biggest cities in the world, one of the most exciting multicultural cities with everything going on, when they are actually at university and studying, they feel like they're in a nice quiet park somewhere, away from all of the hustle and bustle. So I think this is a real advantage to students who choose to study at Regent's. So a bit about our history, so you can learn about where and what our beautiful campus has been through in the last sort of 100 years. It actually started as Bedford College for Women, So it was the only higher education institution within the UK that was only for females, which is quite interesting. And only in around 1960, 1970s did males join. So it's got some very interesting history in that sense. It was then taken over by Royal Holloway, which is another very famous university in London, and it combined to make Royal Holloway and Bedford New College. Royal Holloway then moved to the west of London, where they're located now, and the Crown lease was taken over by an American university, an American college called Rockford College, which is located near Chicago, and they wanted a place for their students to come to study in the UK. So Rockford College then made Regent's College, and the psychotherapy and psychology departments, the business departments, and fashion and design departments all combined to make Regent's College. And then in 2012, Regent's College gained its own taught degree awarding powers and became Regent's University London in June 2013. So pretty much 7 years ago now. So that's what the location, that's what Regent's history is. It's got a rich history in education, and Regent's University London is now becoming more and more well known across the UK and across the world for the subjects that we teach here. So our student body. So we have a very, very diverse student body that we're very proud of. Regent's boasts around 137 different student nationalities on campus, which actually makes us one of the UK's most international universities. There's no one nationality that is dominant. Our students come from all around the world. At the moment, our top nationalities in terms of student numbers are from the UK, from India, from the USA, from Italy, from Thailand, and from the Middle East. But we have students from all over Europe, from Australia to China. So it's a really fantastic place to meet friends from around the world and to have contacts for your future working career and working life that you can call on maybe one day. You can see 22% are based here in the UK already, 30% come from around the EU, and 48% from the rest of the world. And as you can see, our international students, they really do enjoy being part of this real international melting pot, as one of our students, Chloe Young, describes. She says, "You don't feel alone. Being a foreign student, you feel part of something bigger. It has given me the opportunity to socialize with people from across the world and learn new traditions, customs, and languages." So none of our international students are treated any differently. And the mission, the ethos of Regent's University is actually to develop tomorrow's global leaders. So we are looking for you to come into our university to be entrepreneurial, to learn these different skills that you're going to need in the future to become a global leader. And you're going to do that in our beautiful campus, in peaceful surroundings in a royal park, which actually, very interestingly, the Queen owns. It's a royal park, so it's something a lot of our students like to say, that they go to university in a university in London that's owned by the Queen. So that's always something that is nice to say. Okay, let's get on to which degrees, which undergraduate programs and postgraduate programs we offer here. Which subjects do we offer? So as a private independent university, we're not big, we don't offer all of the subjects, but we do specialize in 5 subjects. And we have 5 academic departments here at the university. They are business and management, film, media and performance, fashion and design, psychology, and liberal studies, in which you can combine a number of subjects that I'll talk about a bit later. So these are the 5 subjects that we specialize in, and I'm going to talk a bit in detail about each of those subjects, starting with business and management at undergraduate level. Okay. So we have 2 main courses that we offer in business and management. They are a bachelor's in global management and a bachelor's in international business with languages. Both of these courses are 3 years in duration, and they both include a integrated foundation year if you like that option. Okay. So our bachelor's in global management is a 3-year course, and you will choose a pathway to study within that. So our pathways are from enterprise and innovation to finance to leadership and change, marketing, and events experience. So you can choose one from those 5 different pathways to specialize in. Okay. So our enterprise and innovation, a lot of students who come to Regents, some of them have family businesses already, and they are looking to build new ideas, to create new visions for their own family businesses. And that's something that we help them do. We give them a lot of entrepreneurial advice, ventures, capital ventures that they can look at. The finance pathway deals a lot with financial management and with fintech. And we have some excellent professors who have been working in the sector in finance, who will be giving you a lot of added value for your own companies and giving you ideas on how to sort of manage financial institutions in the future. International businesses with languages, that's our second degree program that we offer alongside global management. This is very much focused on getting an intercultural vision for going into the business world. It's about being prepared to work and to do business across different cultures, across different countries, and you have the option to learn a language alongside your business modules for this course. So the languages range from Spanish, from European languages, Spanish, French, German, Italian, to Chinese, to lots of different, to Russian as well. So it really does prepare you for the global world ahead. Now, all of our business and management courses also include a study abroad period, which is a fantastic opportunity for you to actually go in your second year of studies for a semester to one of our partner universities around the world that I'll discuss a bit later, and to continue your studies in business and management in whichever pathway you've chosen. So it could be, you could be, for example, going to our partner institution in Paris to continue your finance studies, or you could be going to one of our partner institutions in the USA to continue learning about marketing. So these give you the opportunity to have an international experience to add to your CV and to come back to Regents with different ideas about teaching, about learning about different styles of learning, meeting new potential contacts, business contacts in the future, new friends as well. So, and maybe learning and improving a language as well. So it's a really fantastic opportunity that we encourage all our students to do if they are studying a business and management degree with us. Okay. We have start dates in September and in January for all of our business and management degrees, which gives you a bit of flexibility about when to start. And in terms of entry requirements, we accept all different qualifications from around the world. They do need to be typically equivalent to a BBC in A-levels, which is the qualifications we have here in the UK. So it will need to be an international equivalent to a BBC. And our admissions team will be processing all your applications, and they will be asking you for all your certificates and looking into that aspect. We also have fashion and design courses here at Regents. A nice thing about studying fashion and design in Regents is that you are located very close to a very famous area in London called Marylebone High Street, which has a lot of boutique shops, a lot of very small fashion design stores. And our students often have a lot of work placements and have a lot of speakers who work in this sector come in to give them some great advice about fashion and fashion marketing. Okay. Now, our courses in fashion and design range from fashion design itself, where you will actually be working on designing costumes. We actually have a Regent's graduate fashion show every year, where all of our students from all of the different fashion design modules come together to put on this show, as you can see in that photo. And basically, it's a wonderful way to kind of showcase all of their hard work they've been doing throughout the year. So these fashion design and fashion buying, fashion marketing modules are taught by industry practitioners, designers, illustrators, trend forecasters. In fashion design, you do need a strong understanding of marketing in order to succeed. So it's not only good to be great at design, but you need to know how to market it. So this is why we combine these two subjects together, okay? Our fashion and design campus, our classrooms have a lot of great up-to-date sort of facilities that you need, from computer-aided design to different types of textile pattern cutting, garment construction. So we have all of the up-to-date facilities and equipment that you will need to be a successful fashion and design student, and to have success when you finish, which is the whole point of studying, is to find that job after that you would like. Our professors have some great contacts in the fashion design world. They've actually been working with a lot of big fashion designers. They work with a lot of brands that they can give you industry placements in. So, for example, at the moment, Puma, the sports brand, is one of the brands that we are working with, and we are offering placements in students. So yeah, lots of great opportunities. One area that you will need to consider if you're thinking about fashion and design is to have a portfolio. Okay, so you do need to have a portfolio of something you've maybe done at school or something you've done in a working world that shows your interest in the subject. Moving on to our next subject, film, media and performance, another very, very exciting subject that we offer here. Now, our film, media and performance degrees are divided into two different subjects. We have our bachelor's in acting for stage and screen, which is very much about obviously developing your acting skills, creating your own sort of narrative that you're going to use. And these are 3-year courses that also give you the option to study foreign languages and to study abroad. If you're looking more to get into the behind the scenes sort of area within film, then we have a BA Bachelor's Film and Screen degree, which offers different pathways in film production, in screenwriting and producing, and TV and digital material, okay? And basically, what our professors want for students going onto this course is for them to have their own style, for them to create their own narratives, their own scripts that are going to be used in different content, from Netflix series to social media to films to theatre performances. So they're very much looking to see what your style is, to see what your own personality is, and to not change that, but just to develop it throughout the course, okay? Again, entry requirements for the acting courses and the film and screen courses are an audition and an interview. Again, these are not to judge you, to see how good you are. They are to see what your style is. They're to see your interest in the subject, and they're to see how you can develop your skills together, okay? We have some quite successful stories from these different courses, from students who have been working on different productions, different films. We've had a student who was part of the special effects team actually in the film 1917. So that's quite a recent film that came out. They won an Oscar, and the Regent students was part of the special effects team for them. So we are starting to get a lot of different alumni who've come and studied with us and who are now working within the sector and doing some important things. Okay, the liberal arts, humanities and social sciences degree. So this bachelor's is a very, very interesting part of Regent's portfolio. It's kind of like a US style degree, combining study for a specialist major with a broad-based education spanning the arts, humanities and social sciences. So you can see there's a list of subjects there that we give you the option to combine together to make one degree. Okay, so as an example, you could combine international relations with political science, or English with psychology, any different combination that you want. So this gives you some flexibility. It gives you the chance to not only concentrate on one subject, but to gain knowledge and experience in another subject. It's a 3-year full-time degree. You can choose a foreign language as a module as well alongside this. And you also have the opportunity to study abroad, like I was mentioning earlier with the business and management and the fashion and design programs. You have that option as well for a semester with this course. Okay? So this is a nice
Hi,
way
Simon.
to... Oh, hello.
Sorry to interrupt you. I was just at our end, we are able to see the kind of the first slides. I was just wondering if it's supposed to be kind of moving.
Yes, it should be. Is it not coming up? Let me see.
So we can see the university logo slide.
Right, so it hasn't been changing. Okay.
No.
Let me see. I'm just going to stop sharing it for a second and then I'll share it again. Okay. Okay, so can you see, is it coming up now?
It is, but it's supposed to be on the very first slide because I think you might have to. Yes, now it's moved to the second one.
Is it changing now?
Yes.
Okay, brilliant. Maybe I'll leave it on here.
Okay.
So maybe I'll just quickly go over this again, just because you didn't see these photos before. When I was explaining about the location, you can see where we are located here in the beautiful Royal Regent's Park. So you can see the Shard in the background, and you can see that we have this lovely, beautiful lake right next to the campus. Again, there's another lovely photo from above, an aerial view of the campus. So you can see a bit about what we have around us. We have tennis courts, we have some lovely palaces. We used to have the US Embassy, interestingly, just about across the lake. They've now moved. But yeah, here's the nationality mix that I was describing to you earlier, and a lovely photo just outside of the main campus complex where our students come and enjoy their time in between classes and when it's a nice sunny day in London. And then obviously I was starting to describe and to explain which subjects we have. So business and management, we've talked about fashion and design. And I was just coming on to liberal arts, humanities and social sciences. So there you can see the different subjects that we've got that you can combine together to create your degree. Okay, a lot of our students on this particular course come from the USA, from India. They really like the fact that that you can have this flexibility that a lot of other subjects within the UK don't offer. Normally, subjects are quite sort of you just have to study one subject, and that's one subject you continue throughout your degree program. But obviously with this, you do get that option to be a lot more flexible. So those are the undergraduate programs. Let's move on now to the postgraduate programs that we offer here at Regent. We have a very high level of professors that give our different business and management postgraduate courses. So let's have a look at these. you can see there's a long list of different modules of different courses that we offer. I'll talk a bit about each one of them because I'm sure there's a lot of people interested specifically in business and management. So first of all, we actually have a MA in International Business, okay? This is just discusses global business issues and skills in management, marketing, communication, and entrepreneurship. Again, I'm mentioning entrepreneurship as this is something we really do value at Regents across all of our courses, not just in business and management, but whatever subject you study. We are looking for students to come in with new ideas and to create business plans, business strategies that they can go on to use in the future. Here at Regents, we have had many students who have come and who are now running their own successful business, whether that is in the food industry, within the education sector. And I'll be discussing a bit about our alumni story later and what they've actually done, okay? So MA International Business, that's one of our top MA courses. It's accredited by the CMI, the Chartered Management Institute, and it lasts for 12 months, so it's a year long, with September and January starts, okay? Now, your entry requirements for this particular course are a minimum of a 2-2 UK degree, okay, minimum of a 2-2. And again, that will be then an international equivalent depending on which country you have completed your degree in, okay? So our admissions team will check all of that out for you. You will also need an IELTS 6.5 minimum, with a 6 in each of the individual components, okay? So I don't think I mentioned that earlier. For our undergraduate degrees, you will need a 6 overall, and for masters, for postgraduate, you need a 6.5 in IELTS overall, okay? There are a number of other English language certificates that we also accept, and we'll discuss that a bit later as well. So MA International Business is one of them. MA in Luxury Brand Management. Now, this is a international management, marketing, communications, and retail for luxury brands. Okay, we're talking about automotive cars. We're talking about different fashion brands. This is very much related on different buying patterns around the world, all related to luxury. Okay. Our students on this particular course can enjoy a short luxury brand management trip for 3 or 4 days. This will normally be organized to Paris or to Milan, to some of the heart of where luxury is based. And they will be doing a number of different studies, different surveys on global perspectives on luxury brand management, okay? There are also a lot of very important and well-known invited guests that come onto this course. We had the head of the European Ferrari branch, who recently gave a webinar on how they run their business and took all of the students' questions. And a number of big clothing brands in London are always invited in to speak to students and to organize some work placements as well, which is fantastic. We have MA Management as well, which is advanced study of management and leadership and the changing global context in which organizations operate. A lot of our business and management courses, both for undergraduate and postgraduate level, are focused on giving students the skills and the business acumen to be prepared for the fourth industrial revolution. Obviously, with all the changes that are happening now, with COVID-19, businesses are having to come up with new ideas, new ways of working. New digital technologies are becoming more and more evident. And this is going to be the theme for the next 10, 20 years. So all of our business and management courses, from MA Management to International Business to Global Management, all of these have that focus in them. So I think this is something important to recognize. Other masters that we offer are Masters in Science in Digital Marketing and Analytics. So you will be learning about web analytics, big data, social media, and content marketing. Okay, so this is a course that's becoming more and more popular as well as companies and organizations are going more and more online. And a nice thing about this is that you also have the opportunity to do industry placements in local companies within London who work in this sector. Our course leader has some excellent contacts and she always shares them with the master's students during the course and organizes their placements for them. Now, a very, very top and one of our best courses at Regents is our Masters in Science in Finance and Investment, okay? Now, this has 4 different pathways. It has banking and fintech, energy trade, financial trading, and wealth management, okay? Now, the great thing about the Masters in Science in Finance and Investment is that you have access to the Thomson Reuters ICON platform, which is a financial data platform, which includes data on financial markets, companies, financial data, and news that companies and industries use in the real world. So it's a fantastic platform that gives students the opportunity to learn how to trade, to learn how to obviously trade with energy. And this is something that is very unique to Regents and that we are very proud to have, and that we encourage our students to use as much as they can within the modules and in their own time. Again, this is a year-long course. It starts in September and January, and it's one of our very popular courses. Finally, we have marketing psychology as well, quite a unique course as well, marketing psychology. You won't find too many courses in the UK offering marketing psychology. You will learn the skills and knowledge to understand present trends and predict future sort of directions within the marketing world, okay? So those are our business and management postgraduate courses. Other courses we have are, before I discuss psychotherapy, we have a master's in international fashion marketing, and we have a master's in psychology as well. Psychology, yeah. So we have a very excellent psychotherapy and psychology department who offer these different courses in Masters in Psychology. We offer a certificate in psychotherapy and counselling. We offer a master's in psychotherapy and counselling and a postgraduate certificate in existential psychotherapy. A lot of these courses run part-time because many of our participants have full-time jobs, and many of them run in the evenings as well. So you can go on our website and you can find all of the details and all of the descriptions for all of these psychotherapy and psychology programs there. So that was a bit of a overview of our courses for undergraduate and postgraduate level. Again, in the questions at the end, you can ask me a bit more detail about any of those specific courses, and any questions you may have, please do let me know. Now I'm going to continue and talk a bit more about the student services and what kind of a bit more of an overview about what the university offers. So the Hive, you can see here, I've put a photo of the Hive. Now this is our employability service for our current students and alumni. We offer you advice to build your future career. We give you help on creating your CV, and we give you a lot of advice on entrepreneurship and starting your own business. We have a startup visa scheme for graduate entrepreneurs, and we're very proud to have the most startup visas in the UK for universities. We actually offer around 20 to 25 each year that allow our graduates to actually set up a business within London or within the UK, and to make use of this graduate scheme, of this startup visa scheme, in order to stay in the UK and to make a new business. So any of you who join our course and join our business and management courses can benefit from this scheme. There's obviously a lot of different factors and lots of different eligibility to get the visa, but every year we give out around 20 visas, and it's a fantastic way for our students to start their business in the UK. A face-to-face education. Now, Regent's is a private university, and for that reason, we give you a lot more personal attention within your classes and out of your classes. So when you join our university, you will be actually given a personal tutor from your very first day who will guide you throughout your studies on everything from your timetable, from your accommodation to student services, to any problems you might have. They will be there to help you from day one. So any issues you're having in terms of starting up in the university, you have a friend, we like to call it a friend, who's going to be there for you, which is really nice. You can see there some figures about our average student classes, around 14 per class, which is very, very unique for London. This means that our professors get to know you very well. They get to know what you're interested in. They get to know what your strengths are, what you need to work on more. You will get to know other people in your class extremely well. You're not just going to be a number at the back of the class sitting there. You're going to be interactive. You're going to be very much part of our campus, which is something we really value, this personal education that Regents offers. I'd like to talk to you now about the languages department. Now, being a global university and wanting to create global leaders in the future, we encourage all of our students, whichever course they decide to study a language, maybe in the evening, maybe as part of their course, even a few hours a week. But we offer Arabic, Chinese, Italian, French, German, Japanese, Spanish, and this is something that we're really, really encourage our students to do when they join. And it's a fantastic way to meet other students and to learn a new language. Just think you could have 3 years if you're doing an undergraduate degree, or you could have a whole year if you're doing a postgraduate degree. And as well as gaining all that knowledge and a certificate at the end of the year in your course, you could have an extra language as well, which is going to look great on your CV and could help you for future employability opportunities. As well as other languages, obviously a lot of our students come to the university and to start our foundation programs, wanting to improve their English further. We have a fantastic English language centre at the university that doesn't have any dominant nationality within it. So our students come from Europe, from 32% come from Asia, 22% come from the rest of the world. So you'll be in a class with, it could be with Japanese, with Korean students, with Spanish students, Italian, all learning English. And it's a nice way to meet new friends when you first arrive to the university, to prepare to get onto one of your courses. And if you're looking to actually gain a certificate, so we offer IELTS as one of our courses. This could be a great way to do that as well. We also have a summer residential program that runs every summer for students who are looking to really get immersed for the first time, maybe in the City of London, and to have a nice, safe campus to study at. You get your accommodation included, you get activities and trips included, and it's a great way to have a great summer and to really improve your English at the same time. Our ELC, our English Language Centre courses, they run all year, 49 weeks per year, with new start dates every month, from general English to intensive English to English and an internship. So we actually offer you the chance to do a 6-week internship in a London company. And we have IELTS exam preparation, as I mentioned. pre-sessional courses if you're looking to gain some competence and knowledge before starting your course, and general and business English as well. And you can see there, these are some of the entry requirements that that we have for the English language courses. And again, I can send you this presentation after. You'll have a copy of this, so you can have a look at all of that. Okay, let's move on and discuss about the study abroad in a bit more detail. I mentioned earlier in the presentation that for all of our courses, you will have the chance, if you like, to study abroad in one of our partner universities. Now, we have over 100 different partner universities around the world, and you will study there. You can study there at no extra cost. It's all part of the tuition fees. And you will have accommodation there. You will learn whatever you're studying here at Regent's there. So it could be a business module, it could be a film module, it could be a fashion and design module. And at the same time, we have students from those partner universities coming to Regent's for that semester as well. So it kind of works both ways. Okay. We really encourage this, as I mentioned earlier. It's a great way to learn a new language, to have a new international experience, to learn a new culture whilst completing your degree. Let's move on to fees. Okay, so this is an important aspect of coming to the university. Regent's is obviously an independent and not-for-profit university. All of our students pay the same fees regardless of nationality. Now, this is where we are very unique in the sector. We don't have any different fees if you are from the UK, if you're from India, if you're from Pakistan, if you're from Italy, Spain. Everybody pays the same, okay? We are a private university, so that means we do not receive any government funding from the UK, okay? Our undergraduate programs, they cost from £18,000 to £21,000 per year. And our postgraduate programs cost from £21,000 to £24,000 per year, okay? Now, there are a variety of different scholarships and bursaries that are available in order to help you fund your studies. There are loans available through state schemes, so from individual countries as well. Student Finance England is a very, very brilliant way of getting funding for your course if you are a UK national, or if you are, at least for this year, an EU student as well. For any EU students that are watching or listening to this presentation, I'm sure you have been aware that from 2020, 2021, EU students will no longer be able to access the Student Finance England loans that they previously could. So this is something to consider if you are a European student coming to the UK. You will need to look for different ways of funding your course if that's what you're looking for. But the excellent thing about coming to Regent's and being a European student is that you will be getting a lot more value in terms of having this personal education, and you will actually be paying the same as you would be paying going to a public university. So that's an important thing to consider. So you will see there our website has all of the funding options. So have a look and see if there are some funding options for your particular country from where you're from, and we can help you out with that as well. Okay, accommodation, always a key factor in deciding where to study. You need to be in a safe place, you need to have a place to live. And here at Regent's, we give you some options on campus, literally 2 minutes away from where you will study, or off campus if you prefer to have a bit more distance in your own life away from the university. We actually offer a place called Reed Hall. This is a photo of it, a lovely photo in the sunset. So this is the on-campus accommodation that's 2 minutes away from where you'll be studying. We offer single, double, and triple rooms and suites, and we have a meal plan included. Okay. Now, it's important to note that for the autumn term here at Regent, I didn't mention this at the start, we will actually be studying online from September until December, okay? And we are planning to come back to campus in January 2021, okay? So all of our courses are running as normal, but they will all be online from September until December, okay? Now, for students who are from outside of the UK and EU, who will need a Tier 4 visa, you can still obtain that Tier 4 visa and come to London and live in London whilst completing that first part of the online course. But it's important to realise that the actual classes won't be running on campus, okay? So that may well affect how we are going to distribute our accommodation as well, okay? And within the next month or so, we will be delivering that communication to all of our students who were thinking of coming or were thinking of staying in their own countries to complete the online part of the course and then come into London in January. So you can have both options, okay? And again, here are some of the prices for staying on campus in the Reed Hall. The nice thing about living on campus and living within this lovely building is that you will be involved in all of the social activities, in a lot more of the sports activities. You'll be on campus, you'll be meeting with friends after classes, and it's a safe, secure location within London, within the park. And you can actually pay on a termly basis. So if you only want to stay there for autumn, you can just pay for autumn term. If you only want to stay there for spring, you can just pay for spring. So you don't have to pay for all of the year, which our students really like. On campus, we have a number of different eating places, restaurants, cafes. We have Starbucks on campus, which many of our students like. So when if they're running late for a class, they can quickly get a coffee. We have a healthy eating place. We have our main student canteen, which has 2 to 3 different stations with world cuisine, from Mexican food to Indian food to typical British food. So every Friday there's fish and chips, and a lot of our international students like having that. So lots of great places to eat. Also a lot to do on campus, whether you're joining us as an undergraduate student or a postgraduate student. We offer a lot of events and sports and tours and trips. Again, these will be slightly different for the first term because we are online. We have a student union who is in charge of organising all of the events, all of the parties, all of the trips for our students. And they will also be going online for that first semester, so you will be in contact with them to organise all of this. Some great events from last year were the Grand Autumn Party, which included fancy dress and some fantastic decorations. And as you can see in that top photo, we put up a very big marquee in our grounds, and it's a wonderful, wonderful time for our students. We also have a big welcome week in the first week of September and also in January, for those starting in January, which gives you the opportunity to join these clubs and to get to know your fellow students. And again, this will be organised online for the September-October start, okay? But we will be back in January, hopefully, and you'll be there on campus. More aspects of the university sports teams. It's a great chance for you to get involved in different sports activities across the campus. We actually have the UK's best polo team. So any horse riders out there, please join our team. We have football, we have basketball, we have tennis, we have volleyball, so many different sports and clubs that you can join. And being in the park, being in Regent's Park, you have the opportunity to go running after class, to walk around, to play frisbee. It's a lovely environment to be in. We have this place here, a student hub, which is what all of our students can use for any timetabling issues they have, to talk about their fees, finances, visas, well-being, counselling, any healthcare emergencies, everything that you need. It's an open office environment that you can walk into, and we have members of our staff that will be there to help you at all times with all of your questions about the university. So going back to our alumni, our network of professionals, that past students who are now working, who are now doing amazing things around the world, and who have studied at Regents. So global networking is not just about, meeting fellow students on your course or when you're actually there. It's about after. It's about the years when you actually leave the university and still having that connection with Regents, which we really value. A lot of the time, our students will actually come back and give presentations and talks to our current students about what they did, their journey, where they went to. Here's a few examples. I mean, we have here Isabel. She did our screenwriting and producing our film course at Regents, and now she's a director. She won a BAFTA nomination at the Children's Awards. She's working for Sky One now on the Athena series, and has gone on to direct Shetland series for the BBC. We've got Mac Doom here. He studied global management. He was elected as chairman of Pakistan's Matiari district at the age of 25, the youngest ever district council chairman in the country's history. So he's done fantastic things in Pakistan. And we also have Ilyas here, who featured in Vogue Arabia. He also went on to win a reality TV show in Fashion Star Arabia. So it's great to see what our students have done from being in Regents. We've also had Neku here. So she was the world's first Black female professional polo player. I mentioned that we played polo here. And she's now founded a hotel. She's like on Forbes Africa's 30 most promising entrepreneurs. We have Argan Oil Entrepreneur here for management graduate. We have a Facebook account manager who studied management and marketing. So it's great to see that our students not only come to Regents to have a great time, to learn new skills, but they stay in contact with us after, and they become part of our alumni network that we really value. Okay, so in terms of what you can do now, in terms of if you're interested in any of our courses, it might be interesting for you when we're open. So from September, you can actually come to visit us. Obviously, all of the COVID-19 safety measures will be in place, but you can actually book a one-to-one appointment with our academics and come to the campus. We can show you around. You can talk with one of our academics about what you're looking to study, what your hopes are in terms of expectations. Go onto our website, and there will be the option soon to book a campus tour if you're in London anytime soon. Obviously, I know it's difficult with the travel restrictions at the moment. We will also have a 360 campus tour available. That should be coming online very soon. So you can actually walk around the campus, see all of the classrooms, the accommodation, the restaurants, the facilities, equipment with your own eyes online. So this might be something that you're very interested in doing soon. A few updates here about the English language test. So we are accepting different English language tests now. Our English courses are currently online. We have here, number one, the Regents English password test. This is actually an in-house test we offer here at Regents to all students, and if you pass those exams, those English tests, you can be accepted onto all of our courses. We offer, we accept the IELTS indicator, the TOEFL, the language cert B2. These are all new English language tests that we are now accepting, okay, because we understand that everyone is in different circumstances. You're having to do a lot of English tests online, so we are very flexible with that, okay. So yeah, we are different. We have our location in an exceptional area in a beautiful park, like I explained to you earlier. We have our cosmopolitan campus, personal attention that we give you from the very first day to the very end. Our practical focus and industry practitioners, so all of our courses are very much related to the working world, to the current working world, and we want you to gain experience and skills to be prepared for this fourth industrial revolution that we are all starting to live now. And that's why Regents is different, and that's why we can offer you this exceptional service here. So we're going to have some time for questions now. I hope I have given you a nice introduction to Regents. I've talked about the courses, about the location, about what we are, what our vision is, and I think I'll now take some questions from Ravina. I think she's going to have a look at some of the questions you've been asking in the chat. And thanks very much for listening to my presentation.
Brilliant. Yeah, thank you so much, Simon, for your presentation today. It was really detailed, and yeah, I hope that was helpful to everybody who is watching. So we have collected a fair few questions in the chat, but before I start reading them out, I just want to say to all of the students who are listening, please feel free to post any questions here. The session is supposed to run till 5 o'clock, but we can take questions a little bit after as well, Simon, if you've got time. Yeah, so just post them here and we'll answer them one by one. So I'm just going to scroll all the way to the top, and we've got quite a range of different nationalities and people wanting to study all different sorts of courses. So we've got Sarah here today from Albania who wants to study tourism. We've got Yusuf from Pakistan who wants to do an MS engineering. Isaiah from Trinidad and Tobago who wants to do a business management course. So everyone's from everywhere, which is great to see. Just gonna pull out the very first question from Sarah. It says, who can we contact to know what to do in the journey to study at the university? Can the university help us to find a job to work part-time? So I guess it's a two-part question in that sense.
Yeah, so in terms of helping to apply, you could certainly get in contact with Ravina herself, with the SI UK team. I think they're going to be very helpful in telling you the steps. You can contact us directly as well. So I think after Ravina, we'll just leave the contact details of the best people to contact for that. In terms of helping you to find a job, as part of many of the courses, we give you the option to have a work placement, okay? So this is normally organized through our careers and business relations team at the university. And what they do is they will have a personal interview with you when you arrive to the university, if you're doing one of our courses, and they will find out what your interests are, where you're looking to gain experience, if you're looking to work in the local area or more sort of internationally, and they will then go about finding that work placement for you, okay? So that's definitely an option as part of the course. In terms of just sort of working alongside your course, of course, you are allowed to do that. You will need to look at the visa regulations. If you need a visa, you need to check, how many hours you're allowed to do. And that's something that I would advise you to look at the UK sort of visa sort of website as well, and I'm sure sort of SI UK can help you as well if you have any questions with that.
Yeah, most definitely. Thanks for that, Simon. Yes, if you've got any questions, I'm just going to drop any specific questions like visa related like that. I'm just going to drop an email address there called info@studyin. So if you just drop us an email there, we can help you out with the visa related questions and just answer the question about how many hours you can work and things like that. The other question we've got from Sarah today, Simon, is how much does it cost to study there? So just a little bit of an overview again of the university fees, maybe.
Yeah, sure. So for So for business and management are undergraduate degrees, so they cost £18,000 per year. Okay, that's the same for all of our undergraduate programs for fashion and design, film and media, psychology. They're £18,000 per year. For postgraduate study, that's different. They vary from £21,000 to £24,000. Okay. Like I said, there are scholarships available that you can look online on our website, and but those are the ranges. Undergraduate is £18,000 per year. Postgraduate is more or less 21,000, and some 24,000. Okay.
Brilliant. We've got another question asking about when do the applications start? So I guess that really depends on when you wish to study, but maybe if you can just cover a little bit about when the application deadline is for this September and also when they can start applying for next year, maybe.
Yeah, sure. So for this September, we have actually extended our application deadline. This is due to everything that's been happening, obviously, with the COVID-19. I think a lot of students are still waiting for results. A lot of students have had their results maybe delayed, or they're getting them in a bit of a different way than normal. So we are being very flexible with that. We can still accept your applications throughout July. So that's nice to know if you're still thinking of coming in this September 2020. If you're looking to study for the following year or the following January, then I would advise you can actually apply from now up until for the next year. But for this September, I'd advise you to try and get your application in as soon as possible this July, and particularly for some of the business and management courses that are getting quite busy.
Yeah, definitely. The sooner you can apply, the better in that sense. We've got a question about needing an English test. I know you covered the alternate English test towards the end of your presentation, but maybe just kind of a recap, since it seems to be quite a unique year for English language testing.
Yeah, so I'll go back on that slide if you can see. Yeah, so I mean, these are the English language tests that we offer. The Regent's English password test, now this is online. It's done all like we are now through Zoom and then through Microsoft Teams. It's all done online. It's very much a similar style to the IELTS, okay? And if you're interested in doing this, you can get in contact with our English language department directly, and they can organize a date and a time for you to take that test, okay? We're also accepting IELTS, the TOEFL, the Language Cert B2. So these are actually some of the English language tests. Some of them we didn't actually accept before, and we have obviously adapted because we know it's a difficult time for everyone. A lot of English language centres are not open physically, so people are having to change their ways of getting their English level. So if you do have any different English sort of tests, you can get in contact with us, and I can check with our admissions team if we accept them as well. Okay.
Perfect. Thanks for that, Simon. The next question we've got is actually about scholarships. So it's just a very general question about if scholarships are available.
Yeah, so scholarships are available. I think, let me just go back to the page where I talked about this before. Yeah, so obviously we've got the Student Finance England. If you are based in the UK, we do have individual scholarships available for different countries. So we have one specific for Indian students from Thailand. These are all listed on regents.ac.uk/funding. So I think I'd recommend you to have a look at that. And depending on which country you're from, you can see if any of those can apply to you as well. We also have the US financial aid if we have any students from the US as well. But we are also offering subject-specific scholarships. So if, for example, you are looking to study a business and management course, there is actually a different scholarship available for that. And it's kind of like almost like a competition. You would have to submit some kind of work, some project, and our professors will then obviously look at all of the students who have submitted that and offer the scholarship to them based on who did the best project, for example. So it's that's a nice way as well. And again, that's available on the website. So take a look at that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, if you don't try, you don't know. So
Yeah.
would you say you'd encourage students to apply for that now, and it's still kind of in time to do that? We've got another question from Sarah asking about, this is quite a specific question. So it says, does staying in Raid Hall is included in the £21,000 price that you mentioned?
Okay, good question. Yeah, so no, so the fees for postgraduate study, the 21,000, that's completely separate. Okay, so accommodation fees are separate. Okay, so these are the fees here. I've just put them on the screen. Can you see that on the screen? They differ for autumn, for spring. Obviously, you don't have to take this option. This is just a great option that we offer you to be on campus, to live next to your courses, but you can also organise accommodation on your own through, I don't know, private accommodation centres, and get the best sort of option for you. Yeah. So unfortunately, no, it's not. We would love it to be, but it's not included.
Yeah, thank you for answering that. And then we've got another question going back to the English language testing that we're talking about. So they're asking if the Regent's English online test can be done on campus, or can it be done from their home countries?
Yeah, so it can be done from your home country. I believe from September, depending how the situation goes with the COVID and with the travel restrictions, you will also be able to take it online. I'm sorry, on campus. So, but for now, everything is online. Yes, so you can take the Regent's English online test at your home country, wherever you are.
Yeah. And I guess just like Regents, like a lot of other universities, just want to say that is being very flexible and understanding at this point of time. So do kind of find the alternate English test that best suits your needs and apply as soon as you can, because universities are being quite flexible with that. We've got two more questions. So just if anyone is wanting to post any questions, yeah, just feel free to put them in the chat box. And yeah, we've still got another 5 minutes that we'll go over this. So the second last question we've got for now is, do we need student visa to come and study there? And I guess that depends on a lot of factors, Sarah. It depends really on where you're from. But I'll let Simon take that question.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. So obviously, if you're from outside of the UK or EU, then you will need a Tier 4 study visa to come and study with us. If you are from Europe after the 31st of December, when the UK leaves the European Union, there will also be a visa introduced. Okay, they're still confirming exactly how that's going to work or what that's going to be. So that's something to think about as well. But we will issue you with a CAS, a confirmation of acceptance for studies, if you need a Tier 4 study visa. And that's something that we have a team here at Regents that can help you with that. And I'm sure Ravina as well can give you added information on that when you need that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. While we're actually on that topic, I was wondering, does Regents do a January intake as well?
Yeah, so we do a January intake for business and management courses. Yeah.
Okay, so would the EU student funding be eligible? Would it be available in January, or does it stop for this
Yeah,
September?
so luckily for this January 2021, it will be available. Yeah. It will be from the following one that it won't be. Yeah.
Yeah. So for any students who are kind of looking to apply and are still a bit unsure whether they've got everything in place for the September, especially if it's a business management course or anything like that, then you've still got the chance of coming in January.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess that's why I wanted to ask that question. We've got another question about accommodation, and it's perfect that you're on the accommodations page, is whether the accommodation cost covers not just the rent, but also food.
Yeah, it does. So we give you you can see at the bottom there's a meal credit included. Okay, so when you join the accommodation, you will actually be given like a card with credit. Now you do have to top this up. So basically, I think the answer to your question would be it is separate. Okay, you would have to top it up with however much you eat. Obviously, some students will eat a lot during the week and some not so much. And then every time you go to the canteen, it kind of gets taken off. So yeah, it is separate. And again, you don't have to eat on the campus. We offer fantastic service here, but you can also go into London, and we're right next to Baker Street. So they've got loads of different restaurants, from Nando's to all sorts of amazing food. So yeah, you've got lots of different options.
Yeah, I can vouch for that myself. We work quite close to you. So yeah, there's a lot of great restaurants around Regent's University. We've got more of a comment rather than a question from Akinachi saying that since the pandemic is still going on, there's no movement for now for students to be able to go out and take English tests. You're absolutely right. And that's the reason why a lot of these kind of alternate English tests have been moved online that Simon mentioned earlier. So you don't have to leave the comfort of your own home. You can take a lot of these tests online.
Exactly, yeah. So that's what we're trying to do, make it as easy for you as possible to be able to, get those qualifications, the English qualifications you need to apply for the course. So yeah, everything is done online at the moment.
Perfect. I think that's all the questions we've got for you today, Simon, but I don't know if you had any final thoughts or words you wanted to say in general to the students who are here.
Yeah, so just to say, obviously thanks for listening to the presentation. I hope it's answered a lot of your questions and given you some different options and courses to think about. I think it's worth saying that here at Regent, we really are, like I've mentioned a few times, a very personal university. We like to get to know you. We like to get to know what you'd like to study. So please do get in contact with SIUK or with ourselves, and we will. We can speak with you on the phone. We can organize a nice sort of one-to-one Zoom conversation, and we can go through your needs, and any further questions you have, don't hesitate to ask us as well. Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah, I know Simon shared his email address as well at the start of the presentation. Yeah, so please make note of that. And for any other issues, I've just put down the info@studyin-uk.com email address. So either you can contact Simon or us at SIUK, and we'll be happy to help you. Okay, we've got a suggestion to add students on a WhatsApp group. We don't tend to do that at the moment, but we have got a number on our website that you can call us on. So we will be more than willing to have a conversation with you on the phone, or as Simon said, like just drop us an email and we can always organize a Zoom call with you, Yusuf. But just want to say thank you so much, Simon, for your time today. It was a really great presentation, and we'll send across the YouTube. This has now been live streamed on YouTube, so it's there if anyone wants to go back and review any of the slides. We'll send across the video link to everyone who's joined in today.
Fantastic. Okay, well, thanks very much, everyone, for coming, and have a nice rest of the day.
All right, you too. I'm just going to end this call now.
Okay.